Thanks for that confirmation, Azhar. Okay. So yeah, before I start the session, or before we get into the training program and the demo kind of thing, right? So let me introduce myself. I am Srikanth. So I have an experience of working in IT industry from 14 years, right? So I have worked as a business analyst, product owner, and a scrum master. So I have mixed experience from the past 14 years, right? So initially I started as an SME. I did not start my career as a BA, right? I was working as a research analyst, then simultaneously gained some knowledge on one particular domain. Then I got into the role of business analyst. Okay, right. So that is my professional background. So coming to my educational background, I am from a BCom student. I'm from a BCom graduate. That means no IT background or no technical background. Okay. So I just wanted to make you that clear because there are some myths, right? In your surroundings, whenever you say I want to join a PA or I want to get into transform as a business analyst, you usually listen some kind of myth, right? So you should be from a technical background or you should know the technical aspects, right? So all those are myths, right? Any person who is non-technical or a technical wanted to become a business analyst, they can become a business analyst, right? The only thing is they have to be a graduate, right? In India it is like I think companies look after 15 years of education, right? So if you are a graduate, then that is well and good. If you are MBA graduate, then it is very good. Okay. So if you have an MBA graduate or you are a normal graduate, also fine. You can get into the business analyst role. Okay. So it is not like that you need to be a technical background. It is not mandatory, right? But business analyst should know the SQL. I'll just come to that part when we go ahead in the demo. Why it is important to have a SQL knowledge for a BA. Okay, right. So before we get into the actual course content, right? So you guys must have done some, basic homework or background check on the business analyst role, right? So can someone tell me who is a business analyst?
Yeah, a business analyst is a person who is mediatory between the stakeholders and the IT team.
Correct.
That's what I know.
Correct. So a layman example, right? So a
Hmm.
business analyst is a liaison. Okay. I mean, we can use the mediator or a bridge, anything we can. But when you come to technical, it is a preferred word called liaison, right? A business analyst is a liaison between client and the IT. Okay. IT in the sense technical team like developers or QA. Okay. And QA. So business analyst will be acting as a liaison between the client and the IT, like developers and testing team, because testing team, right, and developers does not understand the business language. Okay, so they are always their thought process would be on the technical aspects, right? So the thought process would be very less on the business perspective for the developers and the QA. But whereas client, right, client thought process will always be on the business aspects, business perspective, right? So their understanding on the technical thing is very limited. Okay, so they cannot understand the technical aspects. So what a business analyst does, business analyst will understand the need of a client in terms of business perspective, and then he will translate into the developers and the QA by using various techniques. Okay, so we have some techniques like we can do a business requirement document, functional requirement document, right? We have use cases, activity diagrams, right? So there are many things a BA uses to translate the functional requirements and make developers and QA understand, right? So this is the primary role of a business analyst. When we read about a BA or when you Google about a BA in the Google or wherever it is, right? So everything points that this is the primary role of a business analyst. But when it comes to real time, a business analyst will do lot of things. Okay, a business analyst is not only the one who is involved in the requirements gathering, but a BA does a lot of things in the project, right? So basically a business analyst is the face of the project. Okay, phase of the project means, so anything happens, client will first talk to you, right? Whether if it is related to the project or the development or any issue or any bugs or any CR, right? Client will come first to you, then they will approach the project manager or scrum master or product owner, right? Business analyst is the face of the project. Business analyst is one of the important role in any project. Okay, so that is what a business analyst and their importance in a project. Okay, so now, you know, what kind of methodologies a BA work. Okay, oh, before that, the myths what I've told you, right? So I just missed out my about mine, right? So as I was telling, I have experience in 14 years and other things, right? So I'm a certified scrum master from Scrum Alliance and a certified safe PMPO, right? Product manager and a product owner certification from Scaled Agile. Okay, so these are the two certifications I own. Okay, and these are the myths what we have looked into now. All right, then. Okay, so a business analyst will work in two methodologies. One is waterfall methodology, one is Scrum methodology or Agile methodology, what we can say. Okay, so the roles and responsibilities are same in all the methodologies, but the way business analyst will respond or the way business analyst will work in each of the methodologies would be different. Okay, so what we are going to cover in these two training program, right? So our program is divided into two parts. One is business analyst introduction and one is the SDLC. Okay, so in the business analyst introduction, right, in the first 1 week, when if someone joins the training program, the first 1 week would be very basic. Okay, because everyone who wants to translate their role into business analyst or they want to transform into business analyst will not come from IT background. Okay, some people will come from the core banking sector, right? Some people will come from core marketing sales. There are different sectors, people who wanted to transform their career into BA using their domain knowledge. Okay, so in that case, the banking people or the marketing or the sales people does not know how the IT industry works, right? What is the hierarchy of the IT industry? What are the types of companies in the IT industry, right? So they doesn't know anything about IT industry, right? So my first week of training program would be of introduction, right? So we'll see what a business analyst overview, right? How a business analyst role got origin, right? So before business analyst role, there was some, IT industry. There, IT industry was there, project was developing, right? But there was no business analyst role. Business analyst role was introduced somewhere, somewhere in between after starting the development of the projects, right? So we'll see why a business analyst role got introduced into IT industry and what are the types of companies we have, right? And what is the IT hierarchy and what is the roles and responsibilities of a BA and do's and don'ts of a BA, right? So all these are the basics which we look into in the first week of the training program. Okay, then we'll get into waterfall methodology, right? In waterfall methodology, what we will learn about the identifying the right stakeholders, right? What to do as stakeholder management, right? So what is the RACI matrix? Why we do RACI matrix, right? So RACI matrix, right? Responsible, accountable, right? Consultant and informed, right? So it is easy to identify the stakeholders, but we have to do this RACI matrix in order to identify who is the appropriate stakeholder. Okay, so let us say for one module there can be multiple stakeholders. Okay, there can be multiple stakeholders who are working in that particular module. If you want to get any feedback or if you want to get any clarification on any of the module or any of the functionality, right? So to whom you'll contact, right? You cannot go and check with all the stakeholders, right? So let us say if you're working on an e-commerce website or e-commerce project. Okay, so there is a module for CRM, and CRM has the multiple stakeholders, or let us say three stakeholders or four stakeholders. If you want to get any clarification on any of the particular feature in CRM, you cannot go to talk with all the four stakeholders and you go and keep waiting for their feedback, right? So this RACI matrix will help us to identify who is responsible for the particular module, right? So that would be very quick for us. Okay, to get the feedback from the stakeholders and implement in our product or our development aspect, right? So that is what a RACI matrix is helpful. So we'll see how the RACI matrix is prepared, right? We can also say that stakeholder management, right? And we'll see what are the types of requirements, right? We have, three types of requirements: functional requirements, non-functional requirements, system requirements, user requirements, right? Business requirements. We should know all these things, right? A business analyst should have knowledge on all these types of requirements, right? And we'll see what are the elicitation techniques. Elicitation techniques are the one which we use to gather the requirements, right? So it is not like you go to the stakeholder and you gather the requirements from them, right? We should use appropriate elicitation technique. Okay, so using that illustration techniques, how to gather the requirements, right? We'll see that in the waterfall methodology. Okay, so we also, okay, I'll come to the topic in some time later now, right? So we'll also see what are the different kind of artifacts we work as a business analyst in waterfall methodology, right? Artifacts are nothing but the documentation. Okay, artifacts are documentation. Okay, so we'll see what are the different types of documentation we work in waterfall methodology, like BRD and FRD, right? How to write those requirements, or how to turn those requirements into business requirement document, how to turn those requirements into functional requirement documents, right? So we'll see all these artifacts where a business analyst will work in the waterfall methodology, right? So any questions until now? Or do you want to know anything additionally until now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, thanks. Right. So we'll also be having a role play activities, right? So during this training program, what we'll do, let us take example, right? Elicitation techniques. Okay. So once we are done with this elicitation techniques, what I do, we'll do a role play activity, right? I'll play a role of client and the participants will play the role of business analyst, right? So we'll take some simple use case, right? When I say use case, we'll take sample project kind of thing. You have to gather requirements from me. Okay, so we'll also do that kind of activities during the training program, so that you can get an understanding, or you can get to know how the real-time requirements gathering sessions takes place, right? So we'll do that kind of activities also to give you practical knowledge, right? So this is what about waterfall. And when coming to agile, right, we'll see introduction of agile and agile frameworks, right? So we have different agile frameworks, right? We have scrum, we have kanban, right? We have XP, which is called extreme programming, right? We have TDD, test driven development, right? We have many more like BDD, behavior driven development. We have Crystal, right? So there are many methodologies under the Agile, but Scrum is the one which is mostly used across the globe, right? Mostly used across all the IT companies, right? So for this training program, we look into the Scrum. We will learn Scrum, right? So what is a Scrum? How to use Scrum? And what is the role of a business analyst in the Scrum methodology, right? So usually Scrum methodology will have a product owner, okay? But a business analyst will also work in real time. We'll see what the BA role in Scrum, and what is the role of a product owner, what is the role of a Scrum master, right? So we'll touch base on the product owner and Scrum master as well, but in detailed training would be taking place on the business analyst profile, okay? And we'll also see how to write the user stories, how to derive the user stories from Epic, right? So first we'll write epics, then we'll come to features, then we'll come to write user stories, right? So we'll see how to derive features from epic, user stories from features, right? Then we'll see how velocity and prioritization is done. This team's velocity calculation is taken care by Scrum Master basically, okay? But as a business analyst, we should also be aware of how the team's velocity is calculated, how the team's capacity is calculated in the Scrum methodology, right? So we'll also see the story estimations. We'll look into planning poker cards and the t-shirt sizing, right? So we'll see these two techniques, using these techniques, how the estimations are done, right? So this is what we do in the agile program or agile training part, okay? Right. Now coming to the training roadmap. Okay. So this is a 4 week training. Okay. First 1 week, as I said, we look into the basics like overview of a business analyst and overview of the IT industry and other knowledge areas. Right. In the second week, we'll see the stakeholder analysis and requirements analysis, requirements modeling. Right. In the third week, we'll see waterfall methodology, and in the fourth week, we learn about the agile and scrum. Okay. So once we are done with the 4 weeks, right, this is not the end of training, right? So during this training, what we'll do is we'll work on different case studies. Okay. So let us say if you are learning RACI matrix today, or if you are learning risk analysis today, right? So you'll get a case study on that particular topic. Okay. So let me show you, right? So you'll get all these case studies, right? When we work on RACI matrix, you'll get a case study on RACI matrix, and if you work on risk analysis, you'll get a case study on risk analysis, right? So for each and every topic, you'll get a case study, right? Moscow, similarly like business requirement document or functional requirement document, right? So besides these case studies during this topic, at the end of fourth week, I'll give you the project, right? On which you have to work on end-to-end documentation. Okay, so that project which I give you at the fifth week after the training completion, on that particular project, you have to write business requirement document, you have to write functional requirement document, right? You have to prepare tracing matrix. Okay, you have to write the user stories, you have to draw the activity diagrams, use case diagrams, right? So these kind of activities will give you the practical knowledge. Okay, so I can assure you that with this training program you'll get an experience of at least to handle 3 to 4 years of the experienced BA what they can do, you will also be able to do with this training program, right? So mostly we'll concentrate only on the train practicals. Okay, practical training will only give you the practical knowledge of how a business analyst work in real time. Okay, so this is what is the training pattern or training roadmap of the 4 weeks, right? So once we are done with the 4 weeks, as I mentioned, right? So this is the preparation time, case study, what I've told you, the project and everything. So once you're done with the project, I'll take your mock interviews. Okay. So based on your mock interviews and based on your feedback, you can start up. I will help you in preparing your resume. Then you can start applying your jobs. Okay. And one thing, this total training is based on the ECBA certification, right? I'll just come to that part as well in some time now, right? And the tools what we are going to learn in this training program. Okay, so we are going to learn Jira, MS Visio, Balsamic, and SQL, right? So as I was telling during the initial time of this program, why SQL is important for a business analyst. Okay, so I said it is not mandatory to have a technical background for a BA. Okay, but if you want to show your resume as a weightage, okay, so you should have some basic knowledge of SQL. Okay, it is not like that, right? You go and debug the issues, or you go and fix the issue, or you go and do the development. Okay, it is not like that, but you should have a very basic knowledge, right, to extract the data. Okay, see what happens in real time. When you're working on any project, sometimes client may ask you to provide some data. Okay, so each and every time you must not be dependent on the developers. Okay, though developers responsibility is to help you in extracting the data and providing to you, but we should not be, as a business analyst, we should not be always dependent on them. Okay, so in order to bypass those kind of situations, what we are doing is, or what I am doing is, I'm including the basic sessions of SQL, right? So these SQL sessions will give you a knowledge of how much a BA should work in a project, like writing the queries or extracting the data, writing the joins, right? So those kind of trainings will give you in this training program. Okay, so these are the tools which I'm going to include in this training program. So Jira is a paid version. I mean, we have a free tool as well. Free tool is of 1 month or so, right? So I'll show you how to create the project, how to create the dashboard, how to extract the bundle and burn up charts, right? How to create the epics, user stories, and how to log the time, right? So everything we'll see in that particular free version. So I mean, you can create number of accounts using your different email IDs. That is not a problem. So that free version would be helpful for your practicing sessions. Okay. So this is what the tools we are going to use in this program. Okay, and the prerequisites, right? So as I told you, there is no such kind of a prerequisite. Any graduate can do this program or get into the business analyst profile. Okay, so these are the roles, like quality assurance or subject matter expertise, who are working in BPO, right? If they have some interest in to get into the IT sector, so business analyst is a role which they can choose for, because business analyst does not require any technical back. Okay. So, any questions before I move into the certifications part, right? Do you guys have any questions or anything you want to know
What will
about
be
the
the
business analyst profile?
Hey, Srikanth. So
Yeah.
what will be the training schedule? I mean, what will be the timing? It'll be like same as today, or is it on weekend, weekday?
So I'll come to that part. After completing the certification part, I'll explain you, or I'll walk you
Sure.
through
Okay.
the timings and the fees and everything. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Then let me go into the certifications. Okay. So basically, a business analyst can write. Okay. So basically, business analysts are governed by IIBA, okay, International Institute of Business Analysis. Okay. Only these certifications are valid across the globe. Okay. Only IIBA issued certifications are valid for a BA. Okay. No other board will issue the certifications for BA, and they are not treated as a valid. So if I give you a certification, that is also a participation certification. Okay. So my training will not make you certified BA. Okay. Only IIBA certifications will make you certified BA. Okay. So we have three types of certifications. Let me see if that I have in the PPT. Okay. So we have ECBA, right? CBA and CBAP. Okay, so these are the three types of certification. Or else let me log in into uh, IIBA portal. Just give me 1 minute. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, or if you can think through of any clarifications you need, please go ahead. Meanwhile, I will log in into my IIBA portal.
Yes, Mr. Srikanth, actually I have a query. I don't know whether it is early to ask this. Whether if you are covering elicitation techniques, it would be best to ask this question. Actually, I have a doubt on joint application development, that is JAD.
JAD.
Which kind of yes,
Mhm.
which kind of companies use this, or whether it is used in the present scenario, or
Mhm.
is it the outdated one? Just for your thoughts on this.
Right. So JAD is mostly used in the integration projects, or when I say integration, data conversion projects. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
So JAD is mostly used in
Mhm.
the data conversion projects, wherein let me share my screen. Okay. So you know what are data conversion
Mhm.
projects? See, JAD is not outdated. JAD is still used. Uh,
Mm.
Mostly,
Okay.
we use in Scrum methodology as well, right? So JAD is joint
Mhm.
application development,
Yes.
right? Maybe others will also understand this, right? So we
Mm.
have some projects called data conversion projects,
Mm.
right? So what happens here? Let us say, client A, let us say they are working on a banking sector. Okay, client A is having existing banking application. Okay, the existing banking application, which is an outdated, that is assumed.
Mm.
Okay, so now they wanted to move into new technology. Okay, maybe Java based or whatever it is. Okay, so when they are moving into this new technology, they do not want to lose their existing information, right? So they do not want to lose their existing customers information, right? So what they do the data conversion into the new system. Okay, so in these kind of projects, right, we will use joint application developments where our development team will directly talk to the technical team of banking, okay, to understand the design of that particular application, the old application. Okay, so that is where we use the joint application development technique.
Okay. Okay. Thanks so much.
Yeah, jointly developers and the client
Mm.
technical team jointly work on that particular feature.
Mm.
Okay, that is what is JAD. Applications. Okay, right. So here we have three types of certifications: CBAP, CCBA, and CBAP. Okay, so ECBA is an entry level certification. Okay, so ECBA is a entry level certification which is called entry certificate in business analysis. Okay, so this certification anyone can write. There is no prerequisite for writing ECBA. I can write, you can write, anyone can write to the to get this ECBA certification. Okay, and the one more certification what we have is CCBA. Okay, so CCBA has some prerequisites. Okay, so let me show you that. Yeah, right. So 2 to 3 years of a business analysis real-time experience is needed to write a CCBA. Okay, or you can see this, right? It is 3,750 minimum hours required. Okay, to write a CCPA exam. Okay, no others cannot write. So if you cannot write because you do not have this 3,700 hours of real-time experience as a BA, right? So you cannot write this certification exam. And another examination what we have is CBAP. This is the topmost certification for a business analyst, and this requires 7,000 hours of working as a business analyst. Okay, 7,500 in the past 10 years.
Hi, Shrikant. Can you please mute all the other members?
Right. I'm just trying to do that. Uh, okay, so I just muted everyone. Right, I'll just unmute you in you know in a 1 minute. Let me complete this certification part. Okay, so yeah, so to write a CBAP certification, one should have a real-time experience of 7,500 hours as a business analyst. Okay, so my training program will allow you to write the CCBA examination, right? So you can attempt the CCBA examination and you can complete the CCBA examination, right? So recently one of my participant, right? Okay, so she was right. So she was in July batch. She completed the ECBA examination, right? So my training program will give you the knowledge of completing the ECBA certification, and I will be covering the topics of ECBA certification. Okay, so yeah, now coming to the schedule and everything. Okay, so the next batch is going to start from October 18th. Okay, and timings are 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST. Okay, in EST it is 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. EST. Okay, so these are the regular classes Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday there is no class. This is a weekday batch, Monday to Friday. Okay, and fee is 8,000, which includes BA plus SQL. Okay,
How much is the fees?
8,000.
10,000.
8.
8,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 8,000 is a fee. That includes BA plus SQL and whatever the things what I've explained you, like interview preparation or resume preparation, project, everything is included in this 8,000. Okay, so this is a schedule and this is the next batch and this is the fee structure.
Shrikant, could you please
Yeah,
tell me what will be the fee in Canadian dollars?
dollars. Yeah, let me convert it. Okay, 8,000 INR to CAD, right? Canadian dollars. 132. $132. Okay,
Perfect, sounds good. Thank you.
yeah. In USD, it is 96, so close to $100 in USD. Okay. Any other questions or any other thing you want to know? And you'll get all the recordings, right? So from day one, you'll get all the recordings and you'll get all the notes, right? Right. So this is how you get the recordings.
I'm so sorry, just one more question.
No,
So, with all of this training and everything, it includes like the certification and everything. I was just reading Pooja's comment that
no.
she said that I passed the
Correct.
certification. So, like, do I have to give an exam or do I have to take a paper somewhere else with IIBA
Correct.
or everything is included?
No, no, no. See, IIBA certification, you need to enroll for IIBA, right? So IIBA certifications are a bit costlier, right? So you can see the fees on the screen, right? It is for ECBA, they will charge around $350. Okay, and these certifications are valid only for 2 years. For every 2 years, you have to renew these certifications. Okay, so that is the reason most of the organization does not ask for certifications, right? You can see, I can talk on India, rest of the USA or Canada, I'm not sure about that, but in India most of the companies does not ask any for certification, right? So they look for experience or be a skill set, that's it. Okay, so if you want to attempt the certification, you need to register with IIBA, pay the fee, and you can write the certification.
What is member and non-member? Is
Right.
it like
Right. See, I am a member of IIBA. Okay, so IIBA gives you a membership, paid membership. It is not something, right? Write the examination and gain. Okay, so if IIBA membership costs around 5,000 INR. Okay, so wherein we'll get access to different kind of materials. Okay, so it is not accessible for everyone. Those materials are only accessible for the IIBA members. So if I want to write the exam, they will charge me $195 because I'm a member of IABA. You're getting that, right?
yes, we can. So even
Okay.
as you said 5,000 rupees, right? So which is when we convert in USD, it's gonna be less than $100,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So still we'll save $50, I think.
Yeah,
If you
you
go
are
for a
you are on
membership, and
the
then
yeah you can on the profit end. If you can take the
yeah,
membership and write the examination, you can also do that.
yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, no problem. So as you said, ECBA is not mandatory in most of the companies in India, but
Mhm.
in other companies, if you have that, then you'll have a better scope, right?
Correct. Weightage to your resume.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Hey, Shrikant, I had a question.
Mhm. Yeah.
So whatever the training that is going to be imparted, is it going to be in real time?
Yeah, live training.
That's fine then.
Live.
Okay, then just send me the payment link.
Yeah, sure. I'll just post it in the
Right.
group, right?
Yeah. Okay. That
So
sounds good.
I have
Thank you.
my own LMS platform. Okay, so you can attend the trainings there, and you can also access the recordings from there itself, right?
Hi Shrikant, what would be the timings for weekend batches?
I'm not doing any weekend batches as of now. This would be only a daily batch. Okay.
Okay.
So weekends I'm planning for Scrum Master program. So business analyst is not possible.
Okay. Got it. Problem.
So
Thank
Shrikant,
you.
you said this training is starting only on 18th
Correct.
October, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so is that because like you are busy in other schedule, or you are going to have some more people adding up in the group?
No. So the current batch is going to end this week, next
Okay.
week. So the current batch would end on 12th. Okay. So I just want to take a break of 3 days, then I'll start the another batch.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt,
Oh,
Shrikant. How long would be the training duration?
Okay, sorry, I did not mention that, right? So the training would be of 26 to 28 days. Okay. Then after that, as I said, I'll give you a project, right? So this project, one project. Okay, completing this project may take 1 week or may take 10 days. It depends upon how fast you're working on that project, right? So close to you'll get 40 days of the program, including a project, it could be 40 days. Okay.
right.
Shrikant, do we get on-job support post this course?
Post this course, yeah, you get on-job support as well, but we can talk on that, once you get into the job, what kind of job and what kind of support you need, right? We can talk on that later. Any other
Hello.
questions?
Hi,
Yeah,
Shrikant.
yeah, hi.
Hi, Shrikant. Amit here. So,
Yeah.
are you planning any weekend batches in future?
No, Amit, no for business analyst because I said right. So on the weekends, I'm planning to do Scrum Master trainings. So business analyst.
Okay.
I may plan, but I'm not affirmative on that.
Okay.
Evening branches, so you don't have, right?
No, only
Only
one
one
batch.
person about.
Yeah, because I'm also working. So in the evening times, I would be occupied with my meetings and other schedules. So I do not prefer doing on the evening batches. The
Okay.
evenings, most of the people will be tired, right? They may not be concentrated on the trainings. So I prefer not to do in the evening batches. Okay, right. So I hope everyone of you
Shrikant, that
are, yeah,
Shrikant, one more question. What time is it in mornings? IST timings?
7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Okay. Okay.
and EST is 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. So I think most of you are in my WhatsApp group, right? So I'll be sharing you the details, like if you're interested, so you can enroll. I'll share you the details in the group, right? Uh, we can proceed further. And if you have any questions, you can talk to me. Okay, this is my contact number. Okay, and this is my email ID.
The screen didn't change. Thing.
Okay, what you're saying? You're still saying the
Yeah, still just seeing the participants thing now. Yeah. Okay. It's changed now. Okay.
okay. So this is my contact number, and this is my uh, email ID. You can connect to me on this. Okay. So we are not only into business analyst trainings, but recent. See, I've been doing this BA trainings from 2 years, right? So now I wanted to expand my feathers, right? So we are just starting with other programs as well. Like I stated, Scrum Master, which I'm going to start. So Scrum Master I've started 6 months back. Okay, so I'm still continuing with that, and we are also doing on manual testing, automation testing, Tableau, right? So yeah, so that is what it is. So I do the business analyst training and Scrum Masters training. So I have few of the friends which we have grouped in, and they will teach their technologies like testing, manual automation, or Tableau. So currently we are into these three trainings. Okay, so that is just only for information. Okay, so any other questions? Any other additional questions or anything you want to know about the profile or
Shrikant, Prashant here.
yeah, question?
Shrikant, Scrum trainings, when you are going to start again?
Again, I have to plan Prashant. Most probably maybe
Okay.
in 1 week or so. I will plan and I'll let
Okay, so once the meeting is done, I just want to have a personal call with you. So
you.
can
Yeah,
I go ahead and call you?
not now. Maybe we can talk tomorrow because it is almost 10 right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll give you a call after 2 or 10 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
tomorrow.
10 a.m. tomorrow is fine with me.
Okay, Shrikant. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Shrikant, I will leave right now. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Raj. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
I
Thanks.
will be in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks everyone. I'll share you the payment details and other details in the WhatsApp group. If you guys are interested to enroll, you can go ahead and enroll there. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Shrikant.
Thanks everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Shrikant. Thank
Thank
you.
you.